Alright, so I just want to shoot a quick video here with my Steam library as kind of a channel overview. I don't have as many games on Steam as probably a lot of people do, but I don't really care. So from the top, we've got Besieged. I would love to make some Besieged videos. I've got Bioshocks 1, 2, and 3. Never played any of them, so as you watch some of the Crusader Kings gameplay that I'm going to be uploading over the very short future, and Total War gameplay and their Billions gameplay, if you think that I'm funny and you think that I would enjoy, or you would enjoy, my cynical sense of humor and my vulgarity in some run-throughs of Bioshock, I would happily oblige, and I will happily play through those games. Same goes for Borderlands 2. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is an older game. I don't really play shooters anymore. I do like to play Battlefield. I haven't gotten anything Battlefield related since Battlefield 4, though. So if anybody wants to see me play a Call of Duty game, a Battlefield game, feel free to gift them to me, and then I'll definitely play those. I would love to get my hands on a Battlefield game. But Company of Heroes, great game. Not quite my flavor of strategy. But yeah, if anybody wants to see Company of Heroes gameplay, just let me know. Crusader Kings 2, I have a lot of different ideas for Crusader Kings 2 that I would like to do. And the reason for that is I picked up Crusader Kings back in something like 2011. I have all of the DLCs through Charlemagne, but I do not have any post-Charlemagne DLCs, which I believe after Charlemagne, the next DLC was the Horse Lords. The Horse Lords was the last one I didn't buy. So I've got Merchant Republics, Legacy of Rome, Sons of Abraham, Rajas of India, got all of that stuff. But with that being said, from 2011 until about last week, which was the first week of 2018, so having this game for 6 years, I never, for more than an hour or two, never played anyone outside of Great Britain, let alone Catholic feudal, never played anybody outside of the de jure Empire of Britannia. The first 120 hours that I put into this game were just in Ireland, because people said, hey, this is Newbie Island, you should learn how to do it. And I was like, hey, I'm Irish, heritage-wise, in real life. We're going to play Ireland, and I took it to heart, and I actually took me 120 hours of learning the game, but I finally made the Empire of Britannia from an Ireland start. That save has long been lost, but yeah, that was my first 120 hours of the game, and then after that, everything's been Scotland, Wales, England. Could never really get into anybody. Never really was interested in playing anybody outside of Britain. And my kind of personal goal for Crusader Kings, which I've pretty much pulled off in a game that I can load. I have a Britain game where I control most of France, all of Britannia, Spain. I'm set to inherit the Byzantine Empire. I control Greece, got Greece through a crusade, and I'm set to, after my son inherits the Byzantine Empire, my grandson is set to inherit the Holy Roman Empire, and then I will have all of modern-day Britain, Ireland, Portugal, Spain, France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany, Italy, Greece, the Balkans, Anatolia, Turkey. So I will load, and even parts of North Africa, I will load up that game at some point just to show, hey, here's where I am. It's not Iron Man or anything like that, and there's been some changing factions scumming with that, which I'll explain at a later date when I actually show that. But as for Crusader Kings, last week, first week of 2018, I actually started playing as Norse factions. I've fallen in love with them. So we are doing a Norse playthrough right now. That was our first video, and that's going to be the next couple videos, is a kind of rush Zergish strategy of forming Scandinavia, reforming the Norse faith, and getting Ragnar Lothbrok really a badass start to the game, starting to raid and pillage and loot the world before 790, trying to get a head start on everybody else, form that empire title, reform the faith, and start raiding. So that's the short term. I think I would love to do a fuck bitches get money merchant campaign. There's my wife in the background. I would love to do like a Merchant Republic campaign with the theme "fuck bitches get money." I think that would be just hysterical to do. And my wife just burned her hand, but I don't really know how Merchant Republics play, so that would be like a play from start. I think it would be kind of funny to do like a Mali campaign with either the Dawei memes that are going around right now, or maybe like a We Was Kangs theme. That would be funny to me. Any other suggestions for Crusader Kings campaigns? I'm gonna get more from the Facebook group because that's ultimately why I'm recording from this. Crusader Kings Facebook group is ultimately why I started recording these, so I'll get more ideas from there. But that's just kind of what I'm thinking right now after I wrap up this Norse campaign. In the short term, actually, once we wrap up this little Norse tutorial this weekend, jumping down the list to They Are Billions, I will probably post some gameplay for They Are Billions because this game is phenomenal. It's still in early access. I want to promote it. I want to raise awareness about it. And then Monday, bless you. Then Monday, I'm going to try to get Twitch up and running, and that's in preparation for the Tomb Kings Warhammer 2 dropping on Tuesday, and we're going to play the Tomb Kings Total War Warhammer 2 on Tuesday and probably through the rest of the week. Also, one of my buddies is going to join us on the line while I stream and record, and I'll post the stuff up to YouTube, and he'll add some commentary to that because he's into Total War, and that'll be fun. And that is kind of my short-term goal right now, is get through this little Norse video, play some They Are Billions this weekend, and then play some Total War next week, and just kind of gauge the reaction of the very few people that will see any of these videos, and hopefully get some feedback on what they want to see more of, and whether or not it's even worth recording. Jumping back to the list, Dishonored, played and done. Not going to replay that unless it's requested. Empire Total War, I may go back. I will probably do a Prussian campaign on Napoleon Total War because I have 600 hours in Empire Total War and probably only 30 hours in Napoleon Total War, and those are still semi-popular games, so I'm probably going to go back and do that. Europa Universalis, I am going to at some point make a How to Unite Japan tutorial. Outside of playing as Ming pre-Mandate of Heaven, before the Mandate of Heaven, I pretty much exclusively played as England or Ming in Europa Universalis. Haven't really touched it since maybe 2013, and so much has changed in that game in the last 5 years that I don't know how to do much, but I do know how to still unite Japan, and there's not a lot of good videos out there on how to do that. Believe it or not, I beat Fallout 3 twice, but never played New Vegas. So if somebody wants to see a New Vegas playthrough, just let me know. Far Cry 3, beat it, not going to ever go back there, unless somebody wants to see me making fun of Voss and having fun there. Kingdoms and Castles, we're definitely going to post some videos for that game. Many of you probably haven't heard it. It's sort of cartoonish. It's sort of childish. It is not very hard. It's super easy. It's kind of like a mix between a city, but you build a castle. You build a castle, and Vikings and dragons come and attack it. And you're supposed to, I guess, like survive, except even on the hardest difficulty setting, you would have to basically just leave the game and let it run for a few hours. It is real time. Just let it run, and you might lose. Maybe. I don't think it's not really made for a game that you're going to lose. Shadow of Mordor, played through, beat it. Would love to play Shadow of Mordor 2. If somebody wants to gift it through me, I will post a playthrough of that game. Napoleon Total War, already covered that. Payday 2, bought it, never played it. Same as Bioshock. If you want to see some Payday 2 footage with my cynical attitude and offensive sense of humor, Payday would probably be a good game for that. I did actually play it once at a friend's house, and that's why I bought it, and then I just never had time to download it and play it. Rome Total War, I will probably throw back to that game and do a playthrough at some point. Civ 5, 600 hours deep on that game. Love it. Don't know if we'll get to play some Civ 5, maybe some Civ 6, but I think that community's waning. It was super big, super popular right when it came out. Shoot, that might have been like a year and a half ago now. But I loved Civ 6, and I hated Civ 6. I have mixed feelings about it. Mostly, overwhelmingly positive. Go and buy that game, play that game. It's awesome. But we will probably play some Civ 6 on this channel. Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth. We're not going to touch that piece of trash. Stellaris. Definitely going to play some Stellaris. I am also on the Stellaris Facebook group. I haven't touched Stellaris in about 6 months, since maybe July, and it's great. It's fun. There's a new expansion pack that's coming out for it, or is already out for it, that everybody keeps posting about, but we're definitely going to play some Stellaris on this channel. Terraria, we're not going to touch that. That was a gift. Unless somebody wants to see me play some Terraria, then we could do that. I got a couple bosses killed in that game however many years ago I played it, and then I never really technically beat it, but do you really beat it? They Are Billions, fantastic. We are going to be playing that game on this channel. I want to promote that game. I want people to get that game. They're not paying me to promote that game, but I want the developers to get more support, because I want them to make enough money that they make a multiplayer mode for They Are Billions, which right now they are not working on any type of multiplayer interface, but we do want multiplayer for There Are Billions. Attila Total War, we're not going to touch it, because Thrones of Britannia, I think is what they're calling it, Total War, is coming out sometime in the next couple months, and I'm definitely going to try to pick that up, and anything that I did in Attila would have been on par with Thrones of Britannia. Rome 2, I don't know if we could really call that a throwback, but would love to go and play some Rome 2 if I can get it to run. For some reason, it doesn't. I don't have a bad computer. I have a good computer, but I blame Windows 10. For some reason, Rome 2 doesn't want to install and run, but I clocked a few hundred hours on that game back when it came out. Shogun 2, we're probably going to avoid unless somebody wants to see it, just because I'm going to scratch that Japan itch on EU4. Warhammer. We aren't going to play Warhammer 1, but like I said, we are going to play Warhammer 2 on Tuesday with the drop of Tomb Kings. The Witcher 2, played through and beat that game. Love that. The Witcher 2 is one of the best games that I've ever played. It's not a strategy game, but I did every single side quest. I actually spent about 60-65 hours, somewhere around there, beating The Witcher 2. It might have been like over 100, actually. I really took my time uncovering every little detail of that game. It is so well done. I haven't quite had the constitution to get The Witcher 3, just because I am sort of cheap and I don't like shelling out $60 for a game if I don't have to. And that's just the sad truth of it, and I'll get into that in some later videos when I get into my personal life and things that go on outside of YouTube that'll kind of help shape your understanding of who I am and what I'm trying to do with this channel. But in terms of my short-term goals, we're going to do some Crusader Kings this week, some They Are Billions this weekend, and some Total War Warhammer 2 next week, and I'm looking forward to all of it. I'm loving the support that I've been getting on Facebook and what few views and subscribers I've gotten so far, but hopefully there will be a lot more in the future as I continue to add to the channel. So hit that like and subscribe button, and I will be talking to you all soon. Thanks.